If you haven't got the guts to do this, then step aside.
You know what I mean? It's a sport. It's not, you know, a lot of people like in the past have called it a blood sport and whatever. It's like, you know, we're friends, but that doesn't mean that we can't compete against each other. You know, sport's a sport. You know, everyone's got their opinion on MMA, but I see it as just like an equivalent of, you know, playing football or playing basketball. You know, it's just playing a sport and competing. You know, and like if Brentin's a nice guy, I'd so much rather compete against someone who I respect and I like, rather than someone that I'm concerned about whether they're going to touch gloves, or I'm concerned about whether they're going to make weight, or I'm concerned about that. So at least I know if I'm fighting anyone from Shindo and they've got anything to do with Kerry, that, you know, they're going to come in tough, they're going to come in prepared, they're going to make weight, and they're going to have a good attitude. So, you know, I think it's a positive thing rather than a negative thing.
What about you, Brentin?
My lad uses answers. It's the same thing. It's good fighting a good guy, and I don't really, it's a sport for me too. I love competing in anything, so I've competed my whole life.
Unless he punches me in the balls.
No, we've trained together before, so we know what we can and can't do, and we'll go in there, and what happens in there stays in there when we step out. The chances are it's not going to happen, but I know he's strong in the grapple game, and like he's strong, like grinds you out. So we train together, we spar together. He took me down and he grinded me on the wall, and you know, and I know I can punch and I can kick, and I've got a couple of things he knows I can do. So it's, in the end, it's a fight. We're going to go in there, we're going to fight, and one of us is going to win, one of us is going to lose. You do what you got to do, I guess. When you enjoy it, when you love something and you want to, you know, take it all the way, then you just got to do what you have to do to get it done. Really, that's what I look at it. I just put 100% into everything I do, and wherever it takes me, kind of thing. So with that, I tell my partner, look, might have X amount of years left, and if I don't put 100% of my time into it, and then I fail, I'll always have that doubt in my mind. But if I can put 100% of my time into it and then I fail, I'll be happy either way, because I know I tried my hardest. So that's pretty much how I think about it.
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I got into it just as out of curiosity. You know what I mean? Like, I always had a bit of, like, as I said, I played sport all my life, and you know, I was always intrigued by MMA. Do you know what I mean? Well, that's why I got into doing jiu-jitsu, and that led into, you know, kickboxing and wrestling and all the other parts. But I don't know. I think it's just part of the journey. You know what I mean? Being a martial artist, you know, you get a lot of people that come into fighting that just want to fight for the sake of fighting. I see it as goal setting and goal achievement. Do you know what I mean? It's like people sometimes do, you know, traditional martial arts and get belts. You know what I mean? But I see fighting as sort of like every time you go in a fight and you come out of there and you give it 100%. I see that as a sort of another belt in life. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's about the journey. It's about enjoying it, and it's about, you know, just setting a goal and doing it. You know what I mean?
Brentin, what about you?
How can we get such good answers? My answers aren't that good. I just love competing. That's pretty much it. I'm a really, really competitive person, and you know, there's nothing more competitive than having someone else that wants to do just as much damage to you as you want to do to them. That's, you know, that's top of the pyramid kind of thing.
So you're competitive in everything?
Everything, yeah.
Food, what about eating food?
Yeah, as I said, I'm competitive in everything. I'm not a very good loser at all. So I train and I do everything I put my mind to. I do it at 110%. For the simple fact is, then the chances of losing are a lot smaller. Yeah. And that's how I treat everything. I don't know, probably. I just go like into my own little world, a bit silent, but I get excited because I know that the 8 weeks of putting myself through torture is about to come to a head, and then, you know, after that, and win, lose, you have fun, and you know, then that's, you know, you chill out for a bit and you get back into it again. It's just, yeah.
I'm really, really super relaxed, and I've even had times where Vince has had to kind of slap me. He's like, "You're too relaxed, come on," you know. And then probably 15 minutes before I go out, I flick the switch. You know what I mean? And that's when it's game on, and that's when, you know, all the hard work's done. It's just go in there and do your job, you know, and all the preparation you put in, all the, you know, the visualization, all the hard training, conditioning, sparring, it just comes to fruition. And, you know, like, it's just, as I said, leading back to it's just part of the journey, do you know what I mean? And really getting in there and enjoying it, you know. It's changed my life.
The same as the guy you're fighting, you know, you got to respect the fact that they've done just as much hard work as you. You've done just as much hard work, you know, you got to respect that. And the minute you don't respect them, I think that's going to be your ultimate downfall in the end, is when you stop respecting them.